Right now on Up with KREM, we're taking you outside on this Thursday morning as the sun comes up across the inland northwest and clouds clear from the skies.
Police are still looking for a suspect in an Airway Heights shooting. This morning, what new court documents reveal about the night of that shooting? And the Stanley Cup is coming to Spokane, how you can visit the famous trophy.
Up with KREM begins now.
Well, welcome back to Up with KREM. Spokane already saw 4 days of 100 degrees or more. So let's put that into perspective. Usually we see just one. The most ever was about 80 years ago with 6 days above 100. And today we may reach it again on our way to breaking another heat record this summer. Meteorologist Jeremy Lagu joining us. Jeremy, how likely do you think this is?
I think today we don't do it. I think tomorrow and Saturday we do it. And that's kind of, I don't know if it's our last 100-degree day of the year, but it's likely we are going to tie that record.
Right.
I would love to say that we get to show a new record for how hot we've been so far this summer, but I'm not crossing my fingers on that. I think the tie is guaranteed.
Okay, yeah, but my goodness, be safe, hydrate this weekend because it is going to be a hot one.
Yeah, and keep in mind from our previous rounds of hot weather, you know that as temperatures soar during the day and we get little reprieve at night, you got to do a lot to keep that house cool because that heat just builds day after day. Tim, I know you're one of those people.
I know. So my upstairs is like an attic, so yeah.
Yeah, get that cross
hot.
breeze going in the morning and take advantage of this cooler air now. Let's get you outside and let you know about some of that cooler air because right now you can see it looks a little bit hazy. Yes, it is, but our air quality hovers in the good range. And so you can open the windows and get some of this cool or relatively cool air in. 65 in Spokane, 60 in Coeur d'Alene, 57 in Sandpoint, 59 in Moses Lake, and 68 in Wenatchee. Just keep in mind, if it's cooler outside than it is in your house, it's a great time to let in some of that air. The north side of your house is often shadier than the south side and cooler for that reason. So try to blow in the air from the north side and out the south side. That's your pro tip for this morning. Temperatures, though, well, they're on the rise. We have heat advisories that go into effect at 11 a.m. today and last through 8 p.m. on Saturday for those temperatures rising, little relief at night, and that heat that's going to build in all of our houses in the days to come. We're in the mid-60s this morning, climbing into the mid-90s this afternoon. Yesterday, we officially hit 90 again. That made it our 30th day at 90 degrees or warmer in Spokane. Today, we'll make 31 as we climb up to about 96. And the next few days, we do it again and again and again. Triple digits both Friday and Saturday before we finally see a little bit of a break from the heat on Sunday. But even then, our temperatures will still be up near 90 as we have the chance of a couple of stray sprinkles returning to the inland northwest.
This morning, the urgent search continues. Police still looking for an armed and dangerous suspect in a domestic violence shooting, and now the FBI joined to help. On your screen now is 38-year-old Zion J. Carter. He is 6'7" and 250 pounds. He is suspected of shooting his wife and stepdaughter in their home in Airway Heights on Tuesday morning. Both victims are expected to recover from their injuries. New court documents reveal Carter was arguing with the victim before he shot her. Police believe he's driving a silver 2018 Nissan Rogue. The license plate number is there on your screen. If you see him, police say to call 911 immediately. Right now, families are reacting after Governor Jay Inslee announced mask requirements in schools this fall. Nicole Hernandez joining us live from Ferris High School this morning, where masks will be required this fall. Good morning, Nicole. How did the school district come to this decision about bringing masks back?
Yeah, Tim, so you know what? It actually wasn't the school district's decision at all. It all has to do with what Jay Inslee said yesterday in his press conference. So the school district basically is now saying that they have to follow the rules and the new mask requirements that Governor Jay Inslee put into place. And as soon as that Governor Jay Inslee said that, they did send a letter out to parents explaining that. In that letter, they explained why they have to follow these new mask regulations. They said specifically here in this letter that Spokane Public Schools is required to follow Department of Health guidelines under the governor's emergency proclamation. This includes the mask mandate. They also said that they will continue to work closely with the Spokane Regional Health District to send out a reopening plan in the near future. Right now, they say the plan is to stay fully open for students and families that want that full-time in-person learning experience, but there are options for families that prefer an online option for the time being. However, to make sure that there's enough staffing for families, they must register their students for that online school by August 8th for a guaranteed spot. You can find more specific information about what the school district is doing in their reopening plan on KREM.com. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
It is time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Pullman Regional Hospital is the latest healthcare agency to require the vaccine for its employees. The hospital says all employees must be vaccinated by October 27th. They also say that whether an employee receives the vaccine will become a condition of employment. Idaho State Police are still looking for a missing and endangered 5-year-old from Fruitland, Idaho. He has been missing since early Wednesday morning. This is just outside of Nampa, but authorities across the entire state are looking for him. Now, his name is Michael Joseph Vaughn, and he was last seen wearing a blue Minecraft shirt and dark blue shorts. Anyone with information is asked to call the number there on your screen. Fully vaccinated Americans who are looking forward to driving across the border starting in August may run into another snag. The Canada Border Services Agency reported on Tuesday a majority of their employees voted to strike. The union's members have been without a contract since June of 2018. They could begin strike action as soon as August 6th. The Washington State Department of Corrections is looking to cut $80 million out of its budget over the next 2 years. One solution is closing units at some state prisons, including the one in Monroe. Since March of 2020, there's been a 54% decrease in prison admissions in Washington. The state DOC says this is due to intervention diversion, treatment, and reentry programs. It expects to close multiple units at the Monroe Correctional Complex. Monroe inmate Arthur Longroth spoke exclusively with our sister station in Seattle about why this has inmates concerned.
The anxiety comes from people realizing that a lot of us are going to be moved away from our home base, our families and friends.
The DOC says it's working to minimize transfers as much as possible, and there are no plans to fully close any prisons at this time. Well, we've been wondering where the southern resident orcas have been this summer, and it turns out members of all three pods, J, K, and L, were last seen off of the west side of San Juan Islands Tuesday night. Now, this is video from previous sightings, but the Center for Whale Research says the baby whale known as L125 was also seen. The sightings are great news after the J-pod went missing for more than 100 days. That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. A new organization is teaching the community something new every week.
We can just help them and be like, hey, you know what? We can turn the anger, we can turn the pain to a beautiful thing.
After the break, learn more about the nonprofit taking root in East Central. And one of our Spokane favorites is returning this year. Right after the break, we are talking about Restaurant Week and all of the new parts of the event you should be getting excited for.